Hey guys, it's Jess. I am a wife and mom of 4 living with metastatic breast cancer, and I use this channel to share about my story, give information about metastatic breast cancer, and just share a little bit about the things that I do in living with this yucky disease. Today, I want to share with you about how I track appointments. Last Monday, I celebrated. I don't know if you say that you celebrate something like this, but since August of 2020, when I was first diagnosed, up until this past Monday, I had my 100th appointment relating to metastatic breast cancer. From the first appointment that I went to, where I asked the doctor about my lump that I found, to this past week when I got a COVID test for an upcoming procedure that I have. So I had posted that to a Facebook support group that I'm a part of. And they were like, some of the women said, how do you know that you have been to 100 appointments? Do you keep track of that? And some asked how I keep track of it. And so I wanted to take a minute today to share with you how I track my appointments in case you or someone you know is in this situation where you have so many appointments. And sometimes someone will ask you, well, when was the last time you had surgery? Or when did you have radiation? When was the last infusion you got? Those kinds of things. And it's hard to remember back when you've had that many appointments when things happened. So I use this little You've Got It notebook to help me keep track. If you've watched my planning video, you know that I like to color code things. So on the inside of this book, I have color coded. Radiation is in red. Any of my chemo or infusions are in dark blue. Surgery is pink. Lymphedema is light blue. Any scans or tests that I have are purple. And orange are just regular old doctor's appointments. And then what I do is I write the month. I have little stickers. I put the month up at the top, and then I write the date and what appointment I had that day. That's it. That's all it is. I jot down what chemo I am on. That way, if that ever changes, I can write down the date that it changes. But until then, I know that my chemo is Taxotere. When I got an MRI, I wrote down that it was of my head. They were taking an MRI to see if I had any metastases to my brain, which I did not, thank goodness. Then when I did my radiation mapping, I know it's kind of blurry, you probably can't see. I wrote spine. This one was for my spine because then again in November, I did radiation simulation and mapping for my humerus. So I wrote humerus. So this is where I just keep track of all of those appointments. This doesn't have a month at the top because it is oh my gosh, this month was crazy. I think this was October. Yeah, it was a continuation, November. It was a continuation. So this is what I use to keep track. I do have a notebook that I journal in, but and I write about some of my appointments and how I felt and things like that. But this is really where I keep track of all of my appointments and when I have surgeries and what type of surgery and all of that good stuff. So if you or someone you know is in a situation where you're going to be going through lots of doctor's appointments for different things, or having surgeries, having procedures, getting medications, getting infusions. Be sure to get a little notebook of some sort that you can write those things down in and be able to refer back to later. I hope this little tip helps. And if you are interested in more information about metastatic breast cancer and living with this disease, please subscribe to my channel and get notifications when I post a new video. Have a great day, you guys.